up, friends? We're back. We're Black and Curious. I'm Kandron.
What's good? It is your girl Dehjai.
And if we have never been here before, welcome. We do a cross section of pop culture and reality and how they intersect. So today we're talking about And Just Like That. I'm gonna give y'all a background. I was a Sex and the City stan uh, from high school. So I watched it, the original. I was hanging out, I was working at the time, first of all. I was working at the time. I didn't really have high school friends like talking about. So I was hanging out with the older women that I was working with, that I was working retail with or whatever. So it was like the store manager, like the assistant manager, whatever. So they were all in their like 20, like late 20s, early 30s, whatever. I think my mom just wanted me to have friends. I don't think she cared who they were. So anyways, I would
had the baby out.
Hmm?
I'm thinking like, so they was out here with the baby?
Well, that's what I'm getting ready to get into. So we did like Sex in the City nights. So I would like, and you know me, I always cooked and like brought food and stuff. So even brought food to work and stuff. So like we would all cook, we would bring food or order out or whatever, and I would sit around and watch Sex and the City with them or whatever. And so it was nice. I really enjoyed it. It was a good time, and a good memory for me. So anyway, so I watched Sex in the City, like the original, and it didn't end until I think the ending was my freshman year of college, and I was still like glued to it. Like I was no sophomore year of college, but I was like glued to Sex and the City. I loved it, and I am angry at what they have done to my girls. Pissed. The trajectory for me is wrong. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I only watched an episode and a half because I was so annoyed.
Damn, I stuck with it. I'm dedicated. I'm still watching.
I'm gonna watch, and we can come back and do more reviews when I catch up or whatever. So I'm gonna still watch, but I was just so upset with what they did to the characters. It was like they over woke the whole thing. Not to say that I didn't want to see Black people. Obviously I did very much. I'm here. Hello. And I'm happy, like I liked Nicole Parker. Nicole
Ari Parker. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's why I thought it was Ari in the middle, but I couldn't remember. Nicole Ari Parker. I love her character. I love her fashion. She's given the looks. I appreciate
you're not
that.
gonna love the fashions from this damn episode this weekend, child.
Okay, well, okay, I haven't gotten there yet, but I like that she's like waking up the cast, and she's waking it up in a way that, because I've seen like spoilers and stuff, and I see that she's able to have those like art conversations with Charlotte, which is what Charlotte was initially into before she got married. So that made a lot of sense to me.
She's a good companion character to Charlotte in the sense of like waking Charlotte up to the idea that Black people live and do things just like you, if not grander.
Right, but it seems like a natural friendship because they were friends from the
school,
from her kids' school, and they have similar interests. And again, this is just me going off of like an episode and a half plus spoilers. What I am angry about is what they did to Carrie. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it, and I'm mad about it. Because
like why is she on a podcast with someone else? It would make sense to me that I love Che's character. Don't misunderstand. That is I like the writing of Che into this show. But it is ignorant to me for her to be this prolific writer for all that time to then be touted onto a comedian's podcast and it not be, even though like she is her show as well, like that way. The A mic is Che, and that's, I mean, I feel like it just should have been a little bit different. I feel like Carrie should have been the A mic. Like, and if you don't know podcasting, A mic is the lead person that like starts the show, leads the show, and carries the conversation.
And then like, again, I'm not that far into it, but for Che being the one having to like coach Carrie on talking about sex. Sorry, what? Her best friend was Samantha Jones. Like, what are you talking about? Don't nobody need to coach Carrie on shit to do with sex.
They made her very like stale cornbread and careful.
Yes.
Because the way that Carrie moves about with Seema, oh fuck, you're not that far along. But like,
keep talking. I'm not precious about it.
There are moments with Seema that just make Carrie seem like she don't know what the hell's going on in the world. And I don't imagine that Carrie Bradshaw would be so unaware. Even
and also
all the money that you know they had as a couple.
Yeah. But also like with that background, I'm just like, give her one flaw. Like, why she gotta have all like give her one fatal flaw? Like, if that's her fatal flaw, then why aren't her fashions giving the things? Like, she can't be out of touch on all sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you follow her, but there's this woman, Carla Rockmore, on she's on TikTok primarily. She got famous because of TikTok, but she's an over 50. Okay. But she's on Instagram and stuff too. And well, I found her on Twitter, so that would keep you out of all of that. Because you don't tweet either. But she's this like fabulous, like older, she's in over 50. That's in her like over 50s is in her bio, over 50s fashion. And she's this blonde woman, and she looks like what I expect Carrie to be doing. She's got this beautiful like 2-story closet. Granted, she lives in Dallas, so I know that's a different whatever.
I'm trying to get there.
But she has this 2-story closet, and she's just like putting together looks and like, oh, now we need bubbles. Oh, now we need blah, blah, blah. So like this idea that Carrie Bradshaw, in order to be like fit into the current world, has to be completely out of touch. I don't buy that, and I don't like it.
I don't know, like, as you keep watching, you're going to be very disappointed in a lot of the stuff that she has on. But like the funeral, she just looks so put together, so snatched. I loved her funeral garb.
Yeah.
But like as the show, they've turned her into like this like hippie. And I don't know that I remember her really being very like, you know, like new age hippie. I don't remember that when watching the show. Because a lot of her
it was always
like that now.
Yeah, it was always like very fashion forward. It was always pushing the boundaries. Like there were whole episodes devoted to her fashion. And granted, they have a different the original costume designer was not available, Patricia Fields. So that's probably where the disconnect is. But
well, maybe if they get another season, she will be, because I think
I hope so.
One more episode and then it's done, because I watched it last night.
But yeah, I'm not a fan. Like I didn't like what they did to her. I also did not like what they did to Miranda. Girl, I know they had to do
that white wig on Miranda. I'm like, damn, I understand that the non-melanated folks do age, you know, harder and faster than us with melanin. But like, why did they give her like this white wig? They are giving her Betty White's hair, just straightened out.
And not just that, like the character arc and the character development. Like, again, I think, yeah, she is. And I think that I always felt like Miranda grounded the show, because she was always willing to say the hard thing or the crazy thing and be like, bitch, what are you doing? Like she was always the one that was like shaking somebody like,
yeah, child, as you get into the show.
And I don't take issue with the fact that she's not woke or she's not what that's not what I take issue with. The thing that I take issue with is like, even at the end, I take that back. I didn't like the second movie either. So just with that as context, because I felt like they left so many they left so many storylines on the table. They just all went to Abu Dhabi, I guess, allegedly.
You know what? I feel like that with the second film, that is how they started to make Miranda weak in a way that
Kind of, yeah.
I think that's really when it started. Because if you watch this show, like towards the end, I feel like she starts to find that her braveness again. But I guess that speaks to the conversation around life after 30.
Yeah.
And how, like, as you transition through your 30s, a lot of shit changes.
Yeah. And she's also a mother. Yeah, she's also a mother. She's also has this crazy child that I don't get that relationship either. And like out of all the people,
Michael being here in my house, fucking like that, and you're not even an adult. You're not an adult whatsoever in the first.
And my thing is, I don't feel like Miranda would have allowed that in her house. I don't feel like she would have. It didn't make sense. It did not make sense. That was some like, maybe not Charlotte, but I just felt like they were trying to put too much. No, because Charlotte is too straight-laced for that. But I felt like they were trying to put too much on these characters and they're missing the mark, especially for an original Sex and the City stan. Like, it might be, and I've seen a lot of other people just say like it looks fine to them and it looks like how typical white women act, and like I may be able to get along with that, but again, I just feel like they're trying to heap so much on these characters that they have like completely stripped the spirit of these characters down to nothing. And like even with Miranda going back to school or whatever, like I remember at the end of the second movie being so disappointed because I think she had quit her job or something. But I was like, why isn't she opening up a law firm, or like why isn't she opening up her own not-for-profit or something? Like I'm thinking coming into this, like Miranda's gonna be the new ACLU or something, or like at least have some sort of law firm or some sort of not-for-profit, like where she's doing some sort of advocacy work because she was burnt out from doing corporate law, and that was clear. So I was just like, what did y'all do here? Why is she back in school and making all of these faux pas? I don't understand that. That would have made more sense for Charlotte to be back in school because she had been away from the workforce so long. Like, what the hell are y'all doing with these women? I was like, when I say I was beside myself. That's why I could not finish the second episode. I was just like, I've seen enough. I'm gonna finish it, but I was just, I needed.
I'm like, but this how you feel off of a 1.5 of a episode of a sewed? You gonna be mad.
I'm sure that I am, but I want to finish it. I want to see it through. But like I said, as an OG Sex and the City stan, person who has watched it on E over and over again, watched it on HBO online even before it was like HBO Go. Like I was watching it on HBO in like the early 2000s or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Watch so like on the website, girl.
Yeah, on the website. So like from that perspective, I was just like, what has happened here? What has happened here? And one more thought. I don't like that Samantha shit that they pulling either, because Samantha would not be friends with Carrie over that dumb shit, over dropping her as her publicist. They needed to come up with a better storyline. I almost wish they had just been like, her cancer went back in and was active and she's overseas getting treatment or something. That was like it was right there. If y'all didn't want to kill her off, it was right there.
I think, honestly, my belief is that they're hoping that Kim Cattrall will come around.
Yes.
And that she will come back to the show. I think that's why they just made it so that she's off somewhere else, and like they're having had this huge fight. Because Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall are fighting, or were fighting.
Yes. Well, Kim Cattrall has already said, like, at this point in my life, I'm too old to be doing shit I don't want to do, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to deal with people I don't want to deal with, and I want to deal with y'all. So, like, that's pretty much where she is with it right now. So I know that they're leaving the door open for her, but I wish they had have just done it in a way that was more characteristic of Samantha. What Samantha would do is go run off to Switzerland to get cancer treatment.
Oh yeah, that too, but with a man.
Or with a lover or something. Like she would do that, but she wouldn't fall out with Carrie. Oh, they've been through harder. We've seen them go through harder stuff right on TV. So they wouldn't fall out over that. I don't agree with that.
I don't either. But y'all, without me really giving away the rest of this here show, because Kandron has not watched it, drop down in the comments and don't spoil it for her. But give us your opinion in a roundabout sort of way, like I have done today. Let us know what you think about and just like that, and whether or not you're even bothering to watch. And sidebar, like, you know, kind of question. Would y'all be open to a revamping of fucking Girlfriends?
Good question.
Let us know. We'll talk about it the next time we when Kandron actually has caught up, we'll talk about it then. So next time, y'all. Peace out. Make sure you're following us on all of our socials and
like, comment, and subscribe.
There you go. Bye. Laters.